She's so fine. Hell blows my mind. Hell lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Thursday, November the 26th, 2020. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. I'm up reading the Chicago Tribune, and I roll across this. It says, trio charged in evil killing of Southside disabled man. This is an image of Beck. Carter, and Gray. The article is wrote by William Lee. I'm not real fond of William Lee with the Chicago Tribune. He's not one of my favorite writers on the team there. I can show you why better than I can tell you. He did an article on the Kenneka Jenkins case, and he came across as a real smart aleck to me. So, regardless, let's get into this. A Cook County judge on Wednesday said a couple acting as a caretaker for a disabled man found dead in a Southside garage were, quote, wicked, end quote, and evil, end quote, in the abuse and torture alleged by prosecutors in the case. The couple who acted as caretakers, Dominique Beck, 29, and Santino Carter, 38, along with a third man, Brian Gray, 48, were each charged with first-degree murder in the July death of the 44-year-old man they had cared for in exchange for the man's government benefits. Beck also faces a charge of felony neglect by a caretaker causing death. Prosecutors said Frederick Marion Johnson's death from multiple blunt force trauma injuries opened the door to horrid details of abuse against the man, who had numerous ailments, including schizoaffective disorder and bipolar disorder, as well as a history of seizures. During the hearing broadcast on YouTube, Cook County Circuit Judge John F. Lake Jr. denied bail for both Carter and Gray, while ordering Beck held in lieu of a $1 million bail. Johnson's bruised body was found inside an open residential garage in the 900 block of West 71st Street about 2:45 a.m. on June the 25th, following an anonymous phone call, authorities said. Police later found that Johnson had been reported missing 2 days prior by Beck, who claimed to be his sister, Assistant State's Attorney James Murphy said in court. But following a lengthy police investigation and the arrest of all three suspects, Beck told investigators that Johnson's death was sparked by Johnson defecating in the home and exposing himself to the couple's children, Murphy said. Beck and Carter told police Johnson had been kicked out of their home in the 6900 block of South Peoria Street 2 weeks prior because he defecated in the house. An eyewitness later approached authorities and told them she arrived to find Carter punishing Johnson by making him bend over to touch his toes for several hours, Murphy said, adding that Carter struck the man with a wooden stick every time he got out of position. The witness said that she saw Carter hit the man in the ribs with a large chain and that she saw him enter a room with a hammer and heard the victim cry out in pain. Beck later admitted to disciplining Johnson when he behaved poorly in their home. The discipline allegedly included making him sit in a corner, holding heavy books while doing squats, and even drinking toilet water. Police traced the anonymous tip to Gray, who later admitted he was paid $100 by Carter to help clean up the scene where Johnson was killed and hide the body, though he denied participating in a beating. Gray told investigators that he convinced Carter to not shoot Johnson. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office had deferred results on Johnson's autopsy, but later ruled his death a homicide. Judge Lake, I don't know if that's Lake or Likey, called their actions unconscionable. Quote, what the state just read to me shocked the conscience, to say the least. End quote. Said Likey, who added, quote, and if all of this is true, it's wickedness and evilness on a whole other level, end quote. All three are expected to return to court next month. Woo, that's a rough one. Yeah. It actually did shock my conscience, so that's why I had trouble reading that last part. Just the torture that man went through at the hands of these three. Seems like she was the ringleader. Along with him. Then they hired this cat right here. And paid him $100 to clean up a murder scene. Yeah, the look on his face is how I feel about this case. I'm going to end this video on this note. You guys have a great day.